based on from reading his application and figuring out he went to culinary school in Argentina.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's got some worldly knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty cool. Obviously, it didn't help. No, I'm just joking.
I'm still making tacos over here.
Thank you for tuning in and welcome to the Austin All Day Culinary Tales podcast. I am Jason Powers, and joining me here is Chef Caesar and Chef Edgar from the upcoming Matador. Thank you to Ranch Rider Spirits for sponsoring this episode of the podcast, offering the Chilton Tequila Paloma and my favorite, the Ranch Water. More from them in a moment. Let's take a quick second to hear from Ben's friends.
Hey y'all, this is Philip Spear, pastry chef and owner of Matador restaurant in Austin, where we are the Austin's chapter of Ben's Friends. Ben's Friends is a coalition of sober food and beverage people committed to their sobriety in an industry filled with drugs, alcohol, and stress. Each of us has found or is seeking sobriety and a way to deal with our careers and life in a sane and purposeful fashion. We are here to share together how we do it and provide those seeking sobriety with the tools and the community needed to find it. Our only purpose is to help each other find freedom from the bondage of our addiction. Ben's Friends Austin meets at Commodore at 11 a.m. every Monday.
And there you go. If you need the help, there is no shame in seeking it out. There are solutions and others like yourself. Follow the podcast on Instagram, sit back, grab some street food, and check it out. So Chef Caesar, Chef Edgar, thank you for joining us here. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome to South Austin, right?
Hey, it's my home, dude.
Yeah, nice. So you didn't have to come far. So what are you guys up to? Lay it out there. Matador.
That right now, yeah.
I guess that's our first project. Kind of one of
Our first own
project.
Yeah.
Exactly. We've been putting minds together, and I think this stemmed from us purchasing a turnkey operation that was kind of lucrative downtown.
Okay.
And then that kind of slipped out from under us, and then we just kept, looking and.
So you guys started working together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then this Matador is potentially a trailer, a food truck.
Yeah, we purchased a 20-foot shipping container.
Wow.
It's fully outfitted. It just needs to be cleaned up and painted and rebranded and
You guys are
permitted and ready to go.
Ready to go, yeah.
Yeah, currently we are.
You guys are currently looking for a home, and what's the? You've told me, but tell people what the concept is for Matador.
I think the concept for Matador is going to be something that me and Edgar both love a lot, and it's Latin street food. Between my love for Latin food and his upbringing, in not just Mexico, but in South America.
Yeah.
Being able to find a place like that sells and cooks really traditional, but the flavors are they're there and they remind you, oh wow, this reminds me of that time when I was in wherever place in South America or Mexico or whatever. And that's kind of what we're moving for. We're trying to do Latin street food and do it right.
Food can do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think we're lacking something like that here? Do you find anything like that it craves or satisfies the itch?
I haven't seen a establishment directed solely for that, for Latin American street food. You see a lot of pupusas, tacos, all this different stands.
Tacos for sure, right?
Tacos for sure, yes.
Everywhere.
Or Venezuelan food. I've seen a lot of those too lately. But I've never seen one potentially putting all those together.
So you guys are trying to do something unique.
Yes.
In Austin.
Yes.
Can we go to San Antonio and find anything like that, or where's the closest place you guys are finding this kind of traditional? What would we say? Traditional Latin street food. Yeah?
Traditional street food? I don't know. I really don't know, because what is street food exactly?
Right.
That question gets asked. What is street food as well? Is it street that gets sold on the street? Is it?
It's the best food. Right?
It's the best food.
It's the best, yeah.
So you guys are looking for a home, and I I know we were talking about Central Machine Works.
Yeah, that was an original, I guess, inception, if you want to call it, of
Yeah.
the idea. And I guess they ownership over there had plans for other people.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
You know, so
it's a
put us-
tricky thing, right?
it is a tricky thing. You know, I mean, it's all about business, and we all understand that. But at the same time, we don't want to start a business that you're not gonna, you're not gonna have any traffic at. You're just gonna be sitting on a street corner somewhere. Hey, come and eat at my,
Yeah.
eatery.
Oh, yeah. And my obvious recommendation is to come down south, but it's the same thing, right? We don't have the type of traffic that we have in other parts of town, especially on East Cesar Chavez.
Well, I've reached out and I'm in contacts with some of the people from Dunlap ATX that are I just found out they're going to open up that Lester South down here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
amongst other things.
Amongst
as well.
other things.
It's
So,
crazy.
If I don't know,
We're
see
talking off Menchaca. I'm sorry, it's Manchac, but
is it Manchaca?
did you see the street sign rewritten with the E?
Oh no, I didn't.
I'll go take a look when we get out. Yeah, it's kind of silly. So I don't know how much that cost, but they did it.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. All right. I don't know what Manchac is either. I don't know if it's like a Native American thing that they were like, well, let's botch the spelling and change it up because for what? I don't know.
Probably.
Sorry, rant over. It's just a little weird. But here we're gonna take a quick second here and hear from our sponsors, right? Ranch Rider Spirits, Chef Caesar. What do you have there?
I've got the ranch water.
Ranch water. You've got the tequila Paloma, Edgar, and I've got the Chilton. All three, right?
Yeah.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
Salute.
Thank you for joining me here. What do
Thank
you
you for
guys
having
think?
us.
You've dipped into these?
Mm-hmm.
They're refreshing.
Very
so
right?
good.
So good. There you go. Cool. Well, thank you, Ranch Rider Spirits.
I'm sure it'll be 80, 90 degrees here pretty soon, and everybody will be drinking these.
Oh yeah, right. I mean, it's not even, and I'm drinking them. Yeah. So
It actually tastes like a real Paloma.
there
To be
you
honest
go.
with you, yeah.
And it's these guys. I love what they're doing. It's all natural. They're really focused on that, and so is their original trailer. The Ranch Hand is more of like a healthier option for late night food or food anytime really. So that's their spiel. So Chef Edgar, you're currently over at what? Wu Chow, right?
Wu Chow. Yes,
Full-time translator, I hear.
Kind of, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
those guys hardcore traditional Chinese food, but people love it, right?
It's pretty good, man. I've been getting to know that cuisine lately, more and more so, and getting in good with the chef there. It's pretty important.
So he does he speak a word of English?
No.
How do you do that?
He
There is a translator.
He speaks okay, bueno, and no bueno, and that's it, dude.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. There is a translator pretty much on hand at all times. But we do have to make the call or like schedule a meeting or like have full on sit down for discussing like something that might have happened 4 days ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting, right?
Yeah.
You got to like sit on things.
Oh yeah. You have to. Like,
I guess
keep
it might
a
make
list.
it easier going in the kitchen, right? You're like, well, we can't really deal with this now.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's very cool about it, but yeah, we have to like pretty much wait until the translator is available to communicate with the chef.
So Wu Chow, and how long have you been over there? Because I know you guys were real quick. I saw you guys together recently at Fonda San Miguel.
Yes.
But how long over at Wu Chow now?
I've been to Wu Chow for 2 months now, almost.
Cool.
Yeah.
So when you guys get this up and going, are you guys planning on going full bore into the, or it's going to be kind of your side thing?
For me, it'll be most definitely a side thing.
Yeah.
Still be
for
putting
me
in a
too.
lot of time and hours into it, but it'll be a side thing.
Sure. Well, that's cool. And you're currently up to you're free agent, right?
I'm a free agent.
Which is nice, right?
It's actually quite nice.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of my sanity back and just relax and
Get a little
recharge.
breather.
Yeah, man.
So how much of that free time goes into planning or structuring this Matador?
I mean, I would say about 75% of it. Just because
That's a good amount, yeah.
You get up and it's just kind of like waiting. You reach out, for so many different things, and then you kind of wait for a response and wait to see who gets back to you. And as far as figuring out like insurance and where can I get So I'm planning on doing the floors for the trailer here in the next couple weeks, and I'm trying to find the best deal on this Herculiner stuff that I got. It's kind of like a rhino lining type of material, and
Yeah.
it's waterproof, and just all that good stuff. And just kind of doing research for little things like that. And
The shipping container, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said it's 20 feet long?
yeah, so it's 8 feet wide by 20 feet long. I believe square footage is like 142, 146 square feet.
What do you guys think when you're in it? A good enough size?
Oh,
It's pretty big.
it's plenty big.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Well, that's good. I mean, and so you guys are, you get to design it from the ground up, or is there already kind of stuff in it?
There's stuff in it right now. We've got 2 refrigeration units. I think we've got a 36-inch plancha, a little 4-burner oven combo
The
set.
company that we got it from was using it as a
Prep kitchen.
Prep kitchen. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like fully loaded.
You got it here
Right now.
locally?
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, got it from the bunkhouse people.
Bunkhouse.
Cafe, or what's it called? Joe's Coffee.
Joe's Coffee Shop.
Joe's Coffee Shop.
Um,
Right on what is
South
that?
Congress.
South Congress.
Yeah.
What are they doing with that? What do they do coffee, right? Oh, they do food out of there?
out of Joe's, yeah, they do. I believe they do breakfast tacos and like sandwiches and stuff like that.
Well, that's a reputable place to get it from.
Oh, most definitely.
They are cracking. That's the I Love You So Much joint, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Well, there you go. You'll need to pay some homage to there and throw that somewhere.
Oh no, super cool people. I was Chuck and Carolyn. They were super cool about the whole situation and how it went down and the way we did it. And it was just kind of a rush situation that we're like. I texted him. I was like, "Hey man, we need to either do this now or we'll probably lose it." He's like, "Go for it."
Yeah.
I was like, "All right."
So I, like kind of like a knock on wood thing, and don't actually commit to this, but what is the sort of ETA? What do you hope?
I mean, our initial goal was to try and be up and going before South by. Now, realistically, I think later in the spring.
Yeah,
kind of late spring, maybe early summer.
Couple folks I've talked to, it seems like the good approach is to not say it's going to be done by this time because you always set yourself up for failure.
Yeah, most definitely. It's like I've been telling him, it's like I'm in no rush to get this up and open immediately right now. I want us to make sure we're doing everything right, and we're pick and choosing the things that we want for it and how we want it to be set up and the like. So
yeah, okay, cool. So is it fair to say that this could start as a side project, but you guys kind of like take your time and make it something you really like? It could go into something more than that.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
That's sort of what everybody's thinking, maybe a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
For sure. At least that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, very cool. So have you been a part of any openings? I know that this is a little different than an opening. Like you're getting everything going, but like, have you guys opened restaurants together or apart from each other?
Well, I opened
both.
Yeah, we've done both. We both opened Eberly.
Did you?
Yeah, we were both part of the opening kitchen staff. And then I opened Fork and Vine before that with Chef Camden.
Okay, Camden. There you go. Oh, that's right, Cam. That's originally who told me to talk to you. Now it's been a minute, and then we just crossed paths naturally. So Eberly, that's some exciting stuff. Those guys are just killing it, right?
It's a big space.
It's a big space, and that the company, they've got other like properties in the Caribbean. Is this right or something?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, okay.
I know it's them and Central Machine Works.
Oh, I did not know that either.
Yeah,
same.
They're sisters.
Same operators.
Yeah.
That Central Machine Works is pretty cool too. I mean, it's right across the street from Sawyer & Co.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, these guys, now this will be in the past because this goes up later. The Ranch Rider Spirits are doing their launch party at Central Machine Works on Saturday. So you guys should go. I don't know if you can.
That's
I don't know
cool.
if you're working, but from 1 to 9, good fun. You get a free one of these and something else. I don't know. Oh, there's a flyer somewhere.
Nice. Have to check it out.
Definitely check it out. You guys get a license and carry these on your trailer once it's up and going. It would go well, right? Apparently.
Yeah, it actually would.
Yeah, right. But it would involve a full liquor license.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to go that far yet.
Yeah, it might be a little tricky
Not
to
for
do
a
off a
trailer.
trailer. Need to get stationed somewhere with that, like Central Machine Works.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So, where did you guys cross paths?
South Congress Cafe.
South Congress Cafe.
Yeah.
So let's maybe take a different approach. You were born in Mexico, Chef Edgar.
I was.
Yeah. And when did you get into Austin?
shortly after I was born the first time.
Oh, okay. Quickly. So you quickly were out here.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, in and out. I used to spend my summers here in Austin when I was still living in Mexico.
Yeah.
I was coming back and forth. But to actually live here, it was when I was 16 years old.
Okay.
No, 15.
And your folks, were they into cooking? Did they introduce you to
No,
food
no,
in any
no,
way?
no, not at all.
Okay.
No, I used to cook a lot with my parents, but not anything professional.
Sure.
No.
When did you start cooking? Out here, I'm assuming, yeah?
No, I actually worked all the front of the house before I started working in the kitchen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Same for you? No.
No.
Oh, okay. So what front of the house, where did you end up? What drew you to the back of the house? I mean, obvious reasons, I know, but
People, yeah.
the people in the back or just people out front?
people out front, yeah. Just
I could see that.
being a server or being a bartender, no, I can't deal with.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
lot easier to deal with those people when you're in the back.
Exactly, yeah.
So that is literally the reason, huh?
Yeah,
How long were you out in the front of the house?
about a couple of years, maybe. Not that long.
Yeah.
And,
But you got your chops in the kitchen? Just
Yes.
went back there. Where was that? Do you know? Do you remember?
The first restaurant that I worked in the back of the house was in Argentina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me about that. It's kind of unique.
I spent 2 years over there going to school for culinary school.
Yeah.
And then I think after 2 weeks when I got there, I got my first job and started
In Argentina.
in Argentina. Yeah.
So what do they teach as far as like a cuisine?
Well, it was a classic French.
Oh, it was French.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that just must be what people generally teach.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
All across, and then there was a lot of influence of Argentina, which has a lot of influence from Italy. So it was like French, Italian, Latin American.
Pretty
Yeah. But the least that you see is the Latin American part. It's mostly European.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you value the education, or did you think it's something you could live without? I mean, you got to go somewhere pretty cool.
I value the experience very much.
Yeah.
I value the education as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, culinary experience is culinary experience. You get it.
Definitely.
You get it working. You don't get it from school. I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's sort of like
can-
reading a book, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta actually be
You get
in
the
there.
theoretical part, but never the practice.
Right. You could be straight A's
Exactly.
in school, and in a kitchen you could be,
I actually
thrown to
have
the wolves.
Exactly.
I actually have friends that were straight A's, and right now they're like going to a school for something else. Like they just
Oh yeah.
not that they didn't make it. It's just, it wasn't for them.
Do you keep up with anybody from that school?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
And did anybody come here? Or?
No.
Okay.
No.
Cool.
I have a friend that went to Houston and to Miami for a couple of years, but then he went back to Colombia.
Yeah. Nice. I'm going to bounce around a little bit. Chef Caesar, where about you? You grew up in El Paso.
Yes, I grew up in El Paso, and then I moved out to Central Texas after high school.
All right.
I moved to San Antonio, and I did some college work there.
Well, and
and
your
then-
folks, were they did they
My-
inspire you at all? No.
As far as cooking, I mean, it was just kind of a familiar thing. We would have, I remember growing up being a kid, like on Sundays, we'd go, hang out at my grandparents' house, and my grandfather would cook steaks on the grill in the back. And,
Yeah.
just things like that
Sure.
that I grew up eating. But I think it was more so the influence of my grandmother, how cliche, right? Just her food, I can still remember days coming home from school, and I'd walk in the door and I could smell, oh, I know what grandma made today,
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
I think that's what
Those are
initially,
good memories, right?
I think that's what, most definitely, I think
Yeah.
that's what initially sparked the whole culinary
No
idea.
kidding. Is she still
Yeah.
around?
Yeah, she's still around.
Nice. You should tell her that if you haven't, right?
I talked to her today, I called her
Good. Good.
and said hello and, asked her how she was, and she just got done from aerobics. She's about to be 90 years old, and she's still doing aerobics.
Yeah, that generation,
Yeah.
those folks, some of them are just still kicking it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm 90 sometimes and not doing any of that.
Dude, I sleep wrong on the wrong side one day, and I'm
Yeah,
done the next one.
right. But that kitchen life will do that to you as well.
Most definitely.
being on your feet, and, yada yada. So, did you get any formal education for culinary arts?
I did. So after I left St. Mary's in San Antonio and I moved up here, just on my own, I made the decision on my own, and I was
To come up here?
to come up
Were
here.
you cooking before you moved up here? Like
No, not at all.
No, okay. So did you go to Le Cordon Bleu?
It was called the Texas Culinary Academy back then. I
Oh,
don't
but
know.
they changed.
They changed it to Le Cordon Bleu. It was affiliated with Le Cordon Bleu because our uniforms had the stitch patch or whatever
Yeah,
on it, and
that was at the Domain. It's always been at the Domain.
back then the domain was nothing.
Domain
Yeah, the
wasn't-
Domain was not the
wasn't a
Domain.
thing.
So when you attended school, the Domain was not that way. It
Oh,
is
no
now.
way. There
Okay.
was nothing up there. I mean, what was up there? A lot of the stuff that's up there at that Breaker and Burnett?
Yeah, Duval.
No, it's not Duval. I think it's Breaker and Burnett or somewhere right up there. There was, I remember the Pickle Research Center being there.
Okay.
And then there
Oh,
was just
yeah,
like industrial complex, that's where the school was.
What year was that?
This was 03, 04.
Okay. So that's a minute ago.
Oh, most definitely.
Because the when it changed names to Le Cordon Bleu, I've heard from people who attended Le Cordon Bleu and then they did their externship, whatever you call it, like somewhere at the Domain. I was like, how convenient is that, right? To be able to just go to all these, and I bet the restaurants at the Domain loved it, right?
Oh yeah.
I want to say they ran a program or they were doing a program or something like that at that point in time with
Oh.
all the restaurants
Oh, no kidding.
that
Okay.
were opening at the Domain, and I think there was some correlation with the school that if
That would
you
make
know-
sense, right?
yeah, most definitely.
And then of course, one thing led to another with them, and they're no more. But 2003, wow! So you both have seen Austin grow and change, night and day.
Oh, completely.
Tremendously.
when I
More
first-
than I have, more than many people who are here can say.
When I first got here, they just finished the Frost building. I was here for the inaugural lighting ceremony of the Frost building.
You've seen those little meme photos of the skyline changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this
I
is
have
basically
actually have
it, right?
I actually
So
have
this-
one of those photos in my living room.
Yeah.
So my wife's from here originally, but she's got a photo, and it's the original Austin skyline. What's that blue neon light building?
The pyramid.
The pyramid looking one.
Okay.
I believe the Capitol's in there, and like a couple other buildings, and that's it. It's
Yeah.
nothing compared to what it is now.
And today it's completely crazy, but it's not stopping.
No,
No.
yeah, I don't think it's gonna
No,
stop.
there's like
Yeah.
15 cranes putting up.
Yeah, right. There's a crane down the
buildings.
street.
Yeah. yeah.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if we'll see the Domain actually connect in a way, like that area grow into Austin almost. I know that sounds crazy, but is it?
Oh, definitely.
No, I would.
Definitely.
I was more so thinking the San Antonio, Austin
Yes, yeah,
metroplex area is what connecting. What is it from New Braunfels to San Marcos,
Yeah.
Kyle,
Well,
Buda?
because if you're doing that stretch on 35 and you kind of on to the left and to the right, there is stuff, and it could all just
already, yeah.
continue,
Mhm.
And it will be. I mean, people draw comparisons to California and stuff like San Francisco or whatever, or LA.
I mean, even DFW.
Oh yeah, totally. And that, are you guys familiar with there at all? Do you ever spend any time down there?
I
Over there,
Where?
Dallas?
No, I mean just family visits.
Yeah.
I've got one of my wife's cousins. He's actually the owner operator for Alamo Club
Okay,
down on what is it, Lovers Lane, I believe.
nice. That's cool. So you go to Le Cordon Bleu 2003 or whatever it's called.
So yeah, Le Cordon Bleu Culinary School, and then I believe I jumped at the first job I can get in a restaurant here, and that was at the Oasis.
Okay.
I ran food at the Oasis on Lake Travis for like 3 months.
What'd you
before-
think about that?
It was crazy, dude. I was 19, 20 years
Yeah.
old.
So
You
the
know?
Oasis at that time, I mean, it's still like a place people go, but it wasn't it a really popular food spot?
I think it was a lot cooler then than what it is now.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, back then it was just a big giant tree house,
Yeah.
that served.
That's a good. I've
okay.
never heard it referred to as a treehouse.
It
but
was like a big
definitely is.
giant. It was like a big giant tree house that overlooked the lake, and They had music and margaritas. And
I'll never see it again the same. Right.
Oh yeah, it doesn't even look like a treehouse anymore.
Well, it sort of does. That's what I was saying. When you go from one angle, it's like a big old treehouse, right? What is
A
it?
little. I mean, compared to what it used to look like, it was crazy, man. That was an experience for one. I mean, just learning sheer volume of work, in an establishment
Never
like
been
that.
there.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, you're fine not going.
Yeah, you
No.
are.
It's a good drive to get. I mean, that may be the only upside to it. It's pretty. I mean, it's a pretty drive.
Yeah, I mean,
It's better if you head south from here.
it's fun to hang out and go
Yeah.
have a couple beverages and.
They've had what do they have? Bon Temps was up there. I don't know if you were familiar with that, and they closed. There's a space next to it that's got like restaurants that are kind of cycling, but they've got the Oasis Brewing Company.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's a reason to go. Boom.
Really?
Well, yeah. They've got the Oasis, and then next to it, whole different concept, whole different restaurant, the whole thing with they're brewing the beers. You walk into the back there, and they've got all the hops and everything. You can smell it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. So there you go. Maybe we're giving.
I thought it
too
was the
hard a
same
time.
part of the restaurant. They just added.
It's
brewery
they're
to it.
separate. I think they're
Yeah.
actually separate companies, the whole nine. But
Oh, nice.
yeah, so maybe we are giving them too hard a time.
Maybe.
Right. We'll see. But so what after the Oasis with you? Where'd you go?
I mean, I just kind of bounced around
You
here in
bounced around.
town.
When did you guys end up crossing paths originally? So it was Eberly,
No, South Congress Cafe.
South
Yeah.
Congress Cafe.
Yeah.
It's also that's what what's the name of that group?
Trudy's.
Trudy's.
With now South Congress Cafe. Am I wrong with this? Is like Hotel Ella? Oh
No.
no. So that's a different company.
That's
Yeah,
South Congress
that's-
Hotel, isn't it?
That's South Congress Hotel. That's Waterloo.
New Waterloo.
New Waterloo.
Okay, that's what that is. So how was South Congress Cafe for you two?
It was an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you guys met, was that friends at first sight or whatever? Or did you guys get? I mean, you obviously get along in the kitchen.
No, I believe I was a sous chef, and I think he just came back from culinary school,
Yeah.
or he just come back from somewhere.
I'd been in Austin for about a year.
So
at
you're
that
giving them
point,
the hazing, right?
after culinary school, and I started there. And
How cool though! Did you know where he went to school?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
I mean, just based on from reading his application and
Sure.
figuring out
Yeah.
he went to culinary school in Argentina.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's got some worldly knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Obviously, it didn't help. No, I'm
No.
just joking.
I'm still making tacos over here.
So that's cool, though. You guys met over there, and you're his sous chef at the time. And how long? What was the stretch over there? I mean,
I was there for 4 years.
okay,
The last year that I was there, they actually promoted me to chef.
okay.
And
Was that your first gig as a chef?
That was my first chef job.
And quite a difference from either sous chef or being on the line, or
hmm
yeah.
I mean, just because they're very systematic, the way they operated then, and that was was a benefit to learn those systems and the way they had people, work the operation and the concept. It was quite educational.
Sure.
Back to that culinary school talk about how much you learn in culinary school and how much you actually
Yeah.
learn,
for sure.
on
Working.
hand. It's the things that you learn in the business side of culinary school as opposed to learning the actual business side in an establishment. I mean, it's like night and day different.
Well, I'll ask. You guys have both been. I sort of implied this because some folks think you don't need to go to culinary school. You'd rather. You're better off not going, rather, and then just get your chops in the kitchen, and you don't have any kind of student debt, and you actually get more knowledge. What do you guys think? I mean, I know what I think. I think there's something to be said for culinary school, but
There is and there isn't. I think if you go the way of not going to culinary school, I think that allows you a little bit more travel, to be able to experience what's really out there. Because from my perspective, going to culinary school, I mean, that put me in, a hole of debt to where you don't really have the abilities to go and travel here and go and travel there, go and learn this or go and stage here
yeah,
because you need to make money to pay your bills.
Oh, for sure. That's a
You
good
know?
point. Yeah.
Whereas, and obviously going to culinary school also, it's kind of like a small foot in the door. I feel, that
I agree with that.
you learn the very minute basics,
Yeah.
but it's nothing compared to
Well, sometimes
hands-on
that
experience.
certificate can help, right?
Well, I feel like it helps when you get to the managerial part.
Okay.
When you get to like that position of a sous chef, a kitchen manager, an executive chef, that's
helps
where
how
it
so?
helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think it's necessary just because you're gonna get all that experience at the same time by working if you don't do it. But,
Okay. Yeah.
But me looking at a resume, at a curriculum, I would pay a little bit more attention to the person with a diploma or a degree
Sure. Yeah.
for a managerial position
Okay.
than the person without it, unless the other person has like a ton of experience and very good references and
Yeah,
you
because
know-
sometimes that ton of experience isn't always good.
I think-
exactly.
I
Yeah.
think it's just it depends on what kind of degree, because there's a lot of people now that are chefs and that are in the industry that have left. They've graduated with a bachelor's in whatever degree, and they've completely switched and they're into the culinary field now. And I think from in my light, I feel that if I were to look at two resumes and one of them has 10 plus years of managerial experience and, whatever it is, casual fine dining, high volume, low volume, whatever you want to call it, and you get somebody that is, maybe 2 years managerial experience that's still a sous chef or whatever and has a culinary degree, for me, in my eyes, the person obviously with the most experience is going to outweigh the person with the degree in that sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. There's more, you obtain wisdom, right? It's
Most
like
definitely.
invaluable. It kind of goes back to the whole thing. It's kind of like reading a book. You can read the book, you can read it from front to back, know it from front to back, but it could be a book about rock climbing. And you can know it by from front to back, and you go throw somebody on the rock, and then they fall off. That's,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
well, okay. So off that subject. So back to you guys are cooking over there, and you get your first job as a chef. Did you always stay as a chef from that point on? Did you go from
Yes, I probably went from
That
chef
position,
to
is
chef
it-
to CDC to chef to CDC.
okay CDC?
No.
Yeah,
I've kind of been CDC and chef ever since,
basically the same thing, right?
pretty much.
Yeah.
We use these terminology out here, and I guess we don't even point out that if someone does. So the chef de cuisine is basically taking care of the kitchen while the executive chef is not around.
Exactly.
To sum it up, yeah,
Yeah, to an extent.
sure. And then and then the sous chef's under the executive chef. I don't know. There's a brigade. People Google it, right? And then
Real easy.
yeah, Chef Edgar. After working with him, and were you still around when he became a chef over there?
Yeah, I was there for another year
Okay.
also, a little bit less than a year. And then I went to Lake Austin Spa and Resort.
Did you?
Yes.
Wow, that's a cool spot.
Yeah, it's
Talk
really
about
cool.
like the most tranquil place in Austin.
Dude, $1,000 will get you far.
And it's I have been there. Like I have the luxury of going there on like for business. I don't actually go there and it's like stay the night.
Yeah.
I go see what is his name? French chef.
Stefan Becamp.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a number of folks who've been on here who've worked with him,
He's real cool, man.
and he lives like right down the street.
He's
got the
drives,
setup.
He drives his golf cart to work.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It is nice. Have you been out there?
No, I haven't. Actually, I think I've been out there via the river, but I've never
Okay.
actually stepped foot into the actual facility.
It is literally. Like the sense of tranquility is just
Yeah.
next level because Austin's so like it's so you don't realize the noise pollution, and then you get out there
Yeah.
and it's just gone.
Oh,
and there's
yeah.
like butterflies.
There's
little
permanent
lizards.
butterflies, dude. Like even in winter, there's butterflies.
There's
in that
butterflies.
place.
It's
Yeah.
just a beautiful place. So I understand why he's still there because then he's probably.
Yeah.
He lives close by. He's driving a golf cart. He's just
Yeah, that man
stacking-
made a lifelong commitment to that place. He
Oh,
loves
okay.
it,
All right.
which I understand why.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he's? Okay.
I mean, it's nothing. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
on paper or anything, but
Yeah.
he basically bought a house like a block away from his job.
Sure.
He's
Those
got a
French
great.
folks.
He's got a great job, a great house. Yeah,
I mean, I'd be sold on the golf cart to work.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, especially in this city, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I should ask him to come on here and talk about it.
Oh, you
He'll
should.
be like, "There's no way I'm coming out there. I live here. You come to me."
Can I drive my golf cart over there?
Right. Yeah. It'd take you 2 days, chef. So that's great though, working with him because he's got he's traditional French cooking out there.
Yeah, he's very traditional French cooking, but there in that place, he tones it down. Well, not tones it down, but just makes everything lighter, everything more healthy.
Yeah. Okay.
Which like a ton of butter is like a no in his kitchen.
Wow, that's like blasphemy, right?
Pretty much. Well, yeah. I mean, I got used to it with him actually because
Sure, just with his cuisine though.
he
It's,
trained me not to, but it was awesome. It was awesome. He was super creative.
very cool.
Yeah, and he always pushed me to do like 5 daily specials out of nowhere.
Nice.
Yeah,
Did you have a good experience out there?
it was great. I mean, I had a almost like a 40-yard garden that I can choose
Man.
anything I wanted from.
So nice. Did you like tend the garden as well, or was
I
somebody
didn't
doing
tend the
that?
garden,
Yeah.
but I had like a shopping list that I would
Very
just
cool. Yeah.
live the gardener.
Do you now grow anything yourself?
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Not really. I don't keep up with it.
That's
that
a cool experience
great.
though.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, how
Yeah.
long were you out there?
I was there for about a year.
Okay.
Also, yeah.
It's quite the commute, yeah.
It is. That's what drove me off.
Right,
The,
you're
the
like, Chef,
commute
can
over
I
there.
spend the night? I don't want to drive home.
Pretty much, there were nights where I would leave at like almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be like, but I
On
could
that
just-
stretch of road, if your eyes cross once,
Yeah.
you're in a ditch.
exactly.
There's no lights either.
Nope. It's all dark.
So
Yeah.
22, huh?
It's 22,
But
and
even that
620.
stretch, what's the stretch that goes down right
Steiner
from?
Ranch.
Is that
Yeah.
So you go past like the UT Golf Club,
Yeah.
that wherever that
Yeah.
street is, and you just but
Yeah,
that-
and
it's
then
like a
it
little skinny,
narrows
windy
out.
street.
It
Yeah,
narrows out, and like after it passes like all the houses and
yeah,
stores and stuff, it narrows out, and then you're like in the blind.
yeah. So you spent a year out there,
Mhm.
and it had to do with the commute to stop that.
It was all that.
Sure.
It was all the commute. If
And
it would have
back to
been
the-
closer, or if I would have lived closer over there,
Yeah.
I would have definitely stayed there for a longer time.
Also cool to know. Yeah, I think it's a good experience working for somebody like that.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything after 2008, the commute was a big factor in finding a job.
Yeah. 2008. Wow.
All these
To
Los
think.
Angeles people moving in.
Yeah. Is that's what you blame it on them? LA. Hey, we're exploring the idea of an LA all day
Right.
podcast. So maybe no, I'm just joking. I like to do it. But yeah, I mean, Austin has grown quite a bit. It seems now, even if it's close, if you whatever time of day it is, it's still
It's still far.
Yeah.
the
yeah.
city from here is about 11 miles. And if you leave during rush hour, that 11 miles will take you an hour,
Most definitely.
Yeah.
which is, it's impressive. that
Yeah, man, I mean, I'm
there's
not-
that many people here.
I'm not too far from you. I mean, I'm from here to my place is maybe 8 minutes.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a sweet spot if you need to get around, and it's like when no one else is out. So either before everybody wakes up or when they all go
Yeah.
to work.
Sunday mornings before 10 a.m. on I-35, it's completely clear. It's great.
Yeah, it's like, and also if you want to work on like Christmas, that's another day. It's all clear. You're like, wow, this city is nice. I didn't even realize there's always so many people on the road.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm so.
I made it from North Austin to South Austin in 10 minutes today. That's amazing.
Isn't it weird when you do that though? When there's no one out and you just zip around town, and you're like, this is the way. I would love it to be like that.
But I remember when there were like actual schedules for the traffic that if you leave your house before 3:30, you're
This
gonna
is
make it
new.
all right.
Yeah,
Nowadays it's like
it's
it's
all
impossible. Like it's all day.
all day. We have like 35 and Mopac are now becoming almost equally as busy.
Yeah.
But we know Mopac doesn't have nearly the amount of semis
No.
as 35.
Mm-hmm.
And 35 with this constant construction. But I mean, 35 is always busy.
All the time.
I mean, if you go out now, it's busy.
I mean, you should see 183 now.
Yeah.
It's just as
Oh,
bad.
yeah. And
With all the construction back there.
there are some, I know this is wonderful content for people. They're like, yes, we know. Where they're like sitting in traffic listening to this, like, I gotta change this shit. So no, it's grown, and then I guess I'll just ask, what are you guys? Do you welcome the growth, because it is this thing where yes, we experience this horrific traffic. I won't mention it again, but then we get all this food like Eberly, or I mean, Lake Austin Resort is that's a little gem out there. That's a little nobody's going there.
No.
And if they're in my audience and they're going out there, send me some money, because I'd love to go there too.
I mean, that's a spa day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a whole day. You pay like, I think it's over $1,000, dude, for a room.
You could spend the night, right?
Yeah, and you can for a room,
Okay.
and then you get all this like treatments and massages, and you can go into the beautiful pool and dinner. I think it's breakfast, dinner, and lunch. Like a quick lunch or something like that.
$1,000.
$1,000 a night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it is, and I was not joking. The when you go there, how tranquil it is. It's
Yes.
almost like worth the cost just to be somewhere like that, so close to here.
It's you're being pampered the whole day
Sure.
since you wake up, pretty much.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Could go for that. You got some. You should do some planning out there.
Right?
Well, so what do you think though? The growth, the city. You guys welcome this? Are you happy with it?
Sometimes I do, and sometimes it's like, why?
Yeah.
Like, when you see people like, and this is anybody in Austin could have done it before everyone started getting here. But like when you see people littering, and when you see people not treating the city how nice it is,
Yeah.
it's hard.
I
It's
haven't
hard.
heard that.
Yeah.
Except for like down where all the homeless camps are and stuff. Like the litter around those it's incredible.
Yeah. Oh,
And they're
well,
doing cleanups. Like I've seen them. They'll like block off the road with a bunch of state troopers, and they will clean
dude,
it up.
I just saw it today actually up north on 183 and Burnett, like underneath that bridge.
Yeah.
There was a whole bunch of cops in there, cop cars, blah blah blah, and then 2 hours later they were back at the place.
Oh, they went back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think. It's kind of counterintuitive. It's like let's clean this up for these guys, so I can come back and it's clean.
Yeah.
Let's clean up their mess. So,
But other than that, it's like
that's sad, right?
I guess people from bigger cities that don't feel that commitment,
Yeah.
to like keeping it clean.
Yeah, well,
or
we should
keeping-
change that from keep Austin weird to keep Austin clean.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true, right?
Yeah, but
That's a good point.
The culture is good. I mean,
Yes.
I'm never gonna say no to culture.
Good people here. That is
Yeah.
for sure. And then the food.
Yeah.
That's where I was kind of hinting at. I mean, we get that. So there's the up and the yin and the yang.
Yeah,
Everybody
exactly.
comes, but then we get amazing foods.
I think it's just opened lanes for more creativity.
Yeah.
Essentially. I mean, sure, what I miss is the Austin that I moved to back in the early 2000s.
I'm sure.
It was still very low key, and it was still very calm, and now it's kind of a more up and coming, bustling city, and Forbes' best city to live in, and this number one this and number one that, which is great. It's great for businesses, it's great for people to start businesses. But I think it's just created more of a incubator type space for creatives, to come and creatives of all walks of life, not just in food and in culinary.
This is true. Yeah.
But we've definitely seen a big increase in culinary, which is, it's awesome, because you get, the industry and the culinary scene turns into so much more than, back in 2003 when Uchi just opened.
Yeah.
You know,
Uchi is still incredible to this
Of course.
day. It's like kind of what my mind goes to, like when I think if you're going to go to Austin, somewhere you should definitely go.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say Salt Lick because it's, well, you would, right? If
could.
you'd never been here, you'd say go to the Salt Lick. It seems so cliche because we're here. It's like we wouldn't go there. Or maybe even not Uchi because we might go over to, I mean, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
Everly's next door or Commodore just opened,
Mhm.
Yeah.
or recent enough that we might favor a place like that. But it's just littered with amazing foods.
All over the place. And that's another cool thing. I think the food scene has got more, way more ethnic. It's not just
True.
it's not just French food. It's not just Mexican
Tex-Mex.
food. It's not just tacos. It's not,
Yeah.
I remember for a long time there was really no good Italian food in the city.
And now,
And now there's some pretty good spots, I mean,
Well, you know what? I always like to ask about favorite restaurants, but I got to go ahead with the Italian places real quick.
I mean, what Chef Kevin Fink did at Emmer and Rye with his pasta program and his
There we
grain
go.
program. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. I remember when they first opened, having that bowl of cacio e pepe was just, what? All right,
Mind-blowing.
this is awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you, chef.
Yeah.
But that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Is the creativity and the different styles that people are bringing to the market.
Sure.
That everybody gets to witness and everybody gets to experience.
We have a lot of these tech things popping up with Google, and Facebook, and Apple is out here. But even them, they have amazing kitchens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they have
Yeah.
awesome kitchens.
Awesome
Yeah.
kitchens, awesome people working there. I mean, it's funny you'd think about where did so and so go, and they're like working there.
Yeah.
And they're not, in a kitchen, a traditional kitchen that we're thinking like
Going
Italy
after-
again, or
Going after that work-life balance, man.
Yeah.
that's a benefit to being in one of those. What are you, tech kitchen? Is
I
they're
went-
doing Monday through Friday and
I went to an interview for Apple a long time ago.
at the
and,
Domain, or that one up that way.
by Palmer
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Anderson Mill. I
I
think
know a
it is.
number of guys up there.
And the interviewers literally told me like we're going to the best restaurants to poach the best cooks in those restaurants.
I mean, how nice is that?
And I was like, oh, so it was you, huh? But yeah, apparently that's what they're doing. They're offering great benefits,
Yes.
great pay, and a life, like you said, a life work balance, which is very important nowadays.
Now we're trying to get some guys who are at like Facebook or Apple even, but they can't really talk about that.
Oh, probably not.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they probably make you sign.
Yeah.
like,
So when they come on,
shut the fuck up.
yeah, we're
Sorry.
gonna put like a weird like we're gonna just discreet their voice with like what they do on like the History Channel.
Yeah.
Raw.
Yeah. So I cook at how. No, but I think we can mention their name. We don't have to say where they work. But I want to get what that's like. What it's like in there because
So do I.
it's a corporate. You're working for corporate, right?
Yeah, it's a corporate
Yeah.
structure.
Yeah, you're working Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
So and that's just unheard of. You guys know that.
Yep.
I mean, for the level of cooking that they're doing in there, and for the level of food that they're doing, the creativeness and all that they put into it, yes, it's unheard of to have life and work balance like they offer. So
In a kitchen.
yeah,
Yeah.
in a kitchen.
I've
life.
been in one of those. It was a Facebook one on 6th Street, and they have like fresh pressed juices just in like a big vat that you can pour from. But they're like spinach and just like things that are like $30 at Juice Land.
Yeah.
That large juice will be $30, and they've just got these giant containers every day.
Yeah.
It's like okay, well, so talk about being pampered.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
That's your lunch break.
That's the way of the future, isn't it?
Hopefully. Hopefully.
My girlfriend actually went to one of these big company to
Yeah.
an interview, not for the kitchen, but she came back with, and it was her first interview, and she came back with a coffee, a to-go coffee mug, like metal, really nice.
Right, yeah.
And I'm not gonna mention the brand, but it was really nice. And I was like, "Did you get the job or something?" And they were like, "No, they said they were gonna call me back." I was like, all right.
Yeah,
that's a
Got
cool
the goods to
welcome
go
job.
around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So I mean, the food, that everything's changed, but even these places that because a lot of the people coming here are working in places like that. But even then, it's not. They have to do with the culinary scene. I mean, we've got a lot of folks that you probably know and I probably know, and in those kitchens there. So
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so you kind of welcome it. It's good. You know, what are some other Italian spots? Emma and Rice doing it right.
I wouldn't even say Emma is completely Italian, but
No.
just their pasta program
There
is
you go.
amazing. The gentleman, the group that does Italic.
Yeah.
That's another
the,
good place that I've
What
been
is
to.
the name of their group? 24 Diner and
I don't recall.
Oh yeah. Okay. I can't remember their name.
But
We
I
had-
know
because-
Italic's really good.
yeah.
I've heard really good things about Intero over on the east side. I
Sure.
haven't been there yet. My wife's actually been. She
I've
said it
heard
was really
Red
good.
Ash. I've not been to, but
Red Ash is really good.
yeah, you've been over there.
I've been there a couple times. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that it sounds crazy, but you guys are trying to do this Matador, which I'm sure will be, killer. So Il Sapore's is on First Street,
Uh-huh.
and it's just a trailer. I think it means flavors in Italian.
Okay.
Just killing it. It's ridiculous.
Where on South First?
Man, I don't know the cross section there, but I'll show you where it's at. But you can Google it; it'll come right up.
Okay.
But killer food, and it's a family. It's Giuseppe, Joey, and I think Joey. I don't know. A father and his two sons.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is. They're scheduled to come on here, but because my vehicle is, I don't know what's going to happen because I was supposed to have some time off, but I don't know about that now. Because they're doing it 7 days a week, so they can't come in here.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to come in before they go to the store, before they open their trailers. So they're going to come at like 8 in the morning.
That's
Which is
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Time-
so there you go. If you
Time
want some,
crunch.
definitely, yeah. But if you want to try some of that, go ahead.
Awesome.
So here is the we'll just call it the segment of the podcast where I do ask you where are your go-to places over here in Austin to recommend for those who are stumped right now of a place to go eat. Well, whether it's a friend's place, are you stumped thinking of something?
I mean, I've got a laundry list of things, but it just depends on what it is.
Well,
Yeah.
name some off. I mean, people like hearing places that they might not have heard of.
I mean, for a good cheeseburger,
There you go. I want to know.
I mean, for a cheeseburger for me, it's like Holy Cow on South Lamar.
Oh, no kidding. Isn't that a vegan?
It's grass fed.
Grass.
It's all grass fed beef.
Holy cow.
It's
Okay.
like a corner store too. It's
Okay.
You
Cool.
wouldn't think that they had such a good burger.
Jacoby's is about to start serving burgers during the day out of a window.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Nice.
That's across from Central Machine Works too.
Yeah.
Down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, down the road.
I mean, Sandy's right down South First. That's another good
Yeah,
cheeseburger.
that's a good one.
I mean, that's
Casino,
an
Camino.
oldie but a goodie.
Oh yeah, that's definitely good. That's good at like 2 o'clock. Yeah. It's gotta be late night for that.
I don't know. What else?
For a burger, I strongly recommend Casino El Camino.
Yeah. Those guys, I wanted to come on here. I actually wanted to set up a remote podcast out the back there. Chef Zach, do you know these guys at all?
Yeah, we know Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
They
touch
work-
base with them.
They worked with us at South Congress.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
He's they're awesome, right?
Good old sack boy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I'd
super
love.
awesome.
He wanted to do the podcast. I get busy with guys, and I it's hard to follow up with everybody. But I need to get him in here. It'd be fun. He'd be a riot.
Yeah, it would be right.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
he's super awesome.
I've never tried that burger, but I have heard.
Oh, you should, man.
Oh, yeah, you
It's
definitely
really,
should.
really good.
Oh yeah. Cool. That's going to be on my list of things to do. I'm saying it now.
Yeah. Other than that, after burgers,
For a hot dog, I would recommend Mission Dogs
Okay.
on East Cesar Chavez.
I've never been over there either. Oh, I've heard of that
Yeah.
though. Do they wrap them in bacon? Is that
Yeah,
the
they
deal?
wrap them in bacon.
Every dog.
And then they all have like a different topping. It's like
Okay.
6 different ones, and they all have like different things that you can put on them.
You can't go wrong with.
And it was they used to have a little cart that would post up in front of the Brixton on East 6th Street.
Yeah.
And every time I was there, I would get myself at least one.
I think that Brixton was on Bar Rescue.
yes, it was. I believe so.
Yeah.
Which
Is Bestworth still around?
which one?
Is
Bestworth? No.
Is it? It's not
No.
around anymore.
No.
Those are good. Those are good wieners.
Wieners.
Yeah.
There you go. So where else? You guys are on a roll here.
I would
burgers
recommend
and
for
hot dogs.
for Italian. I would recommend Red Ash. Red Ash is
for
really
Italian.
really good. Yeah,
Very cool. What's the chef over there? What's his name?
I believe it's John Carver. Still,
Okay. All right. So Red Ash, that's a solid suggestion. That's been suggested before.
I would agree. You know, where else?
Okay. We can wrap up the segment.
I mean,
we can go for days.
There's so many. Yeah, you can go for days. I mean, Mexican food. Depends on what kind of Mexican food you want. Do you want, for me, like really homey Mexican food, I go to Curls on Old Torf.
Okay.
You know, if I want to go high end Mexican food, I mean, Commodore's doing great food.
You've been in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How was it?
It was awesome, man. It was a great experience. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's super traditional Mexican food, but the flavors they're very much so Mexican.
Yeah. I don't even know Chef Philip Spear. I mean, I met him. He was on the podcast, but I'm like proud of him, because he's just talking to him. The 5 years sober and stuff. And I am like redundant. I keep saying this. I need to stop talking about this, but it's just I've mentioned it. I feel like on every podcast, but it's so impressive. And he's over there and he seems genuinely happy. And it's really cool.
They're doing great things, man. They're changing the face of the scene, and that's awesome.
It is. I tried to get over there on my birthday. I will make it over there too as well.
Yeah, most definitely need to go. Suerte's doing good food as well.
They're gonna get on here. I'm talking to them now.
Nice.
Yeah, that needs to happen. That section, that area over there on Caesar or on 6, where they are is just ridiculous. So much good food. El Bruto, El
Naranjo for Mexican again. They do really great.
Wait a minute. I thought they closed.
No, they moved to South Lamar.
So they moved to South Lamar, and I had talked to the chef over there named Brian.
Okay.
I know there's the owner's husband and wife, but it said restaurants that closed down in an article, and because they closed down the Rainy Street, and they just moved. But I don't know why it said they closed. I mean, it's very misleading because even myself, I haven't been by there in a minute. They just moved.
Yeah, they just moved to.
It used to be El Chipiron or something.
El Chipiron.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where they moved?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they just moved.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
as far as I'm understanding,
I'll have to.
But I mean,
to verify that
their food's really great.
Cool.
I could keep going, but.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I mean, I'm sure somebody got something out of that. They're going off to, they're driving over to wherever.
The cheeseburger at Hotel South Congress, the bar.
Yeah.
Freaking amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking good. Yeah.
Cool. Well, and you guys are working on Matador, right?
Yes.
That's the jam. So he's obviously doing a little bit more right now because he doesn't have too much on his plate. You are looking for something to do, yeah?
Yeah.
Any ideas? Any prospects?
A couple. Yeah. Don't know yet. It's like I said, man. And right now, it's all about how I feel in that work. Trying to find that work-life balance that's going to be agreeable.
Yeah.
To being able to do this and
100%. Right?
Not driving my wife and family away because I'm never home.
Yeah. Do you have children?
I've got one.
You have one, and yourself. You have a son, right?
I've got a little boy. Yeah.
Got one coming.
One coming.
Yeah.
That's a game changer.
It's in the oven.
It's a game changer. Yeah.
What's his ETA? When's the
June,
timer go off?
Late June.
Late June?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Wow. Yeah, that's hopefully you guys that doesn't line up with the opening of Matador.
And hopefully not. I mean, and if it does, I'm like I said earlier, I'm completely content with being like, let's wait.
Yeah. Because
you're not going to sleep for like 6 months.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. We had a gentleman on here opened the Brooklyn Breakfast Shop, which they're doing, Brooklyn breakfast sandwiches. But he, it got postponed, like they do, right? You set a date, but the permit doesn't go through that day. So, you go. And it like lined up that he like opened and they had their baby. Like within a week, I think.
That's what happened with Camden.
Oh my God!
When they opened Phoebe's.
With Phoebe's. Yeah. Well, it's okay because they named it Phoebe's.
They named it Phoebe's, but I mean, you're talking about opening an establishment, having a child.
I didn't know that.
And then I think they were doing something with his food trailer shortly thereafter. So he
Liberation.
Yeah, I think he had like these 3 things going on, and I remember him telling me, I was like, "Man, dude, you're crazy."
Yes, that
Like,
sounds crazy.
That's a lot of stuff. I'm surprised your
I-
wife hasn't killed you yet.
Oh yeah, I get like I don't know this weird. I like get concerned. Like I'm telling you that like it's some kind of like advice. But I watched Ryan do that when he opened it. I didn't know that, but Camden. I mean, he must be just bulletproof. You know what I mean?
I mean, that man is a machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's exciting. Not to be such a downer about it. Sorry.
No,
That's
no.
very exciting.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You know,
Really
it's a
looking
boy or a
forward to
girl?
it. We find out on the 30th of this
wow.
month.
Well, that's cool. Those kids, though, they change it up. They change it up a little
Yeah, they
bit.
change everything.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
excited. I'm excited.
Well, good. You should be. No more coffee in the morning. I don't know if that's your jam, but no more coffee.
Why not?
Kid first,
Oh.
then coffee. Usually you wake up and get the coffee, but
Yeah.
that ends.
Yeah.
So, but what, you guys, let's do this. Keep in touch with me
Most
so I can, talk about Matador when we're getting up and going and when we secure a location and whatnot.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And then I'll be the one who keeps telling people the wrong date. I'll just be like, it's opening then.
No, we'll definitely keep you posted and
Yeah.
make sure everybody's aware.
And then when you guys get your, everything going on it, and it's closer to the time, or after maybe the baby's born or something, you guys ever want to hop back in here and talk about it when you guys got menu items and stuff?
For sure.
Oh, yeah,
I
of
think-
course.
I mean,
think it'll be
we
cool.
already have menu items. It's just
Do
a
you?
matter of when we're trying
You
to.
want to rattle them off? Why not? Get people excited.
What are we doing? Edgar, we're doing
We're doing the choripan,
choripans, tlayudas, arepas.
kind of like a Mexican
I don't know what any
burger.
of those are. What is it?
Choripan?
Yeah.
So choripan's like it's like
an Argentinian sausage in like French bread with topped up with like chimichurri.
That sounds killer.
but it's
Yeah.
grilled. I mean, it's grilled over fire.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like slowly cooked on the side of the grill, and then whenever someone orders one, you like sear it.
Oh, so this challenge just me smelling good all day.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
most
yeah.
definitely.
Nice.
Yeah, and I got we got the recipe from a friend that is a chef in Argentina, a friend
Okay.
of mine. So it's like, it's very well tested over there.
Nice.
So
Very cool.
yeah,
And again, back to just trying to keep it very traditional,
very authentic. Yeah,
very authentic, very flavorful to the point of like, I was in Argentina last week and I had one of these and this tastes exactly
This
like
is
that.
on point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring those memories, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
No, that's awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming out here.
Thank
Open
you.
door whenever
Thank
you
you for
guys want to
having
come
us.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Camden mentioned you, just I don't know whatever episode he was.
I mean, that dude are like brothers, man.
Yeah.
We go way back.
He was excited. I remember him talking about it. So he wants to come back on. So
Yeah, maybe we can all have a
Yeah,
absolutely.
big old.
He's already done that. He's in.
Oh, has he?
Oh yeah, he came on, and then shortly after, I had him and a chef from Counter Cafe. He's no longer there, but they came on together. Both diners, right?
yeah.
And I just thought it would be fun. They never even met each other.
Diner battle.
Okay, Diner battle. That's how I started the podcast. But they have fun though. But it's good fun,
No, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you guys have something to say. Together.
Stories.
Yeah,
Definitely.
stories.
Yeah.
That's what we want, the culinary tales, right?
The culinary tales. Yes, we've seen much of them.
Yeah. And we have the culinary tales of Matador happening as we speak. So you guys,
Hopefully very soon.
Yeah,
Hopefully
get at
very
it.
soon, yeah.
We can
Do
do
your
like a
thing.
pre-opening diary, opening diary,
Right.
for sure.
whatever you want to call it.
Chef Edgar, Chef Caesar, thank you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jason.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you.